Now we're going to hear from our very first Echo Talk of the week, from Andrea Furlan, who's a scientist at the Institute for Work and Health in Ontario, Canada. This morning, Andrea will share us more about the role of heroes and mentors in echo storytelling. Andrea, over to you.
Thank you very much. Thank you for inviting me to be here. So in 2013, I came here for the first time for the orientation. What is ECHO? I came with Ruth Dubing. I am a pain specialist in Canada, Toronto, and Ruth Dubing, a family doctor. And we came to New Mexico to learn about this thing called ECHO. And I remember when I sat at a ECHO session. I'll never forget that. It was a rheumatology ECHO session. And I saw this nurse practitioner from rural New Mexico presenting a case to a team of specialists in rheumatology. And I saw with my own eyes, I said, oh my God, she's talking like a specialist, she's presenting the case, she is answering questions. If ECHO can transform this nurse practitioner into this hero, I need to bring this to Canada. We have an opioid crisis in Canada, and here in the United States too. A lot of people prescribe opioids because they don't know how to treat pain, chronic pain. So we went to Canada, we came back at home and convinced our government that I felt the need to bring ECHO to Canada. But how do you sell this story of ECHO? How do you tell your government, your funders, people who have the money, that they should give this to you because you want to do ECHO? So I started telling the story of ECHO, trying to explain what it is, what we do, and I had an aha moment at that ECHO session that I watched, which is ECHO gives people knowledge, we share guidelines, but it's about transformation. ECHO is about transforming someone who is insecure, lacking confidence, not feeling that they are competent, into someone who is competent, confident, skillful, knowledgeable, and they can do it. Why am I telling you this story? Some months ago, I was talking to one of our funders, and we are doing our ECHO since 2014. And we've been funded by our Ministry of Health of Ontario. And they asked us, Andrea, you need to bring more people to ECHO. You need to bring more faces to ECHO, because if you don't continue bringing people to ECHO, ECHO will die. And I said, no, you can't let ECHO die. ECHO is so important. So it made me feel, how am I selling ECHO? How am I attracting people to ECHO? What are the stories that I'm telling people? We need them to register to ECHO. We need them to present cases to ECHO. But most importantly, we need to transform them. Transform them into what? So I'll tell you a story. Stories sell a lot of things, right? Netflix, Disney, Pixar, they use stories to sell and make billions of dollars. Jesus used parables to teach complex concepts. So the story that I'm going to use is Star Wars. I'm not a big fan, by the way. I'm not a big fan of Star Wars, but my son is. So I had to watch all the movies of Star Wars. And every story has a hero. Luke Skywalker was this young man that he was supposed to fight the Empire and win. But he was young, with an identity crisis. He did not know if his father was a good man or a bad man or a villain. He had to make hard decisions. He didn't see himself as the hero, but he had a mentor. Every hero has a mentor. If you think about your favorite movie, think about, he had a hero, he had a mentor. So he had Yoda. Yoda was this green person, short person, that spent time with Luke Skywalker. And he had a coach, Obi-Wan Kenobi was his coach, who handed him what did Obi-Wan Kenobi give to him? A lightsaber. So, Echo, we do the same thing. Who is the hero of our story? Who is the hero of our echoes? By the way, you can change the color here. The hero of our story, and that's why it's so important. When you tell stories about how you are attracting people to come to your echo, the hero is that person that registered to echo. They are in the trenches. They are seeing patients. We are the Yodas. Echo is the Yoda. We are the mentor. We are the coach. We are the Obi-Wan Kenobi. We are not there seeing their patients. They are. So let's unpack a little bit about what makes these heroes and mentor interesting. What motivates them, right? The hero. The hero is the young Luke Skywalker that was handed a tool like this. So they don't know that they are the hero. First of all, they think we are the hero. We are the experts. We're the specialists. They don't see themselves as the hero. So they're handed the guidelines. We teach them, here are the guidelines, how to prescribe opioids for people with chronic pain. And they say, oh, I look at this, and how do I use this, and do I hold here? No, but Yoda spent time with Luke in the swamp. Obi-Wan Kenobi spent hours and hours training Luke Skywalker how to use this. So my son told me, Mom, make sure you demonstrate correctly. You hold with your 2 hands, and you go up, right, low. So I don't know if I'm doing right, but the thing is, we need to hand our tools, the skills to our participants. They are the heroes, not us. What motivates the mentor? So the mentor, why is the mentor doing what we are doing? It's love. It is creating that trusting relationship. We cannot be everywhere. I cannot see everyone who has chronic pain in Ontario. They are seeing. So I'm there to mentor them, to coach them, to train them, to spend time. So that time during the echo session is so valuable because time spent is quality time. These heroes are spending time with the specialists, and we are the Yodas and the Obi-Wan Kenobi. So what would Yoda say to a Luke Skywalker who is afraid, insecure, lacking confidence, they're not feeling that they are competent? In our echo sessions, we would say, go, you can do it. You presented this case, great. And if someone is making a recommendation, you would say to them, wow, well done. You just said what I was going to say. You are mentoring them. You are helping them to be transformed into that healthcare professional who feels, oh, I think I can do it. I can go and I can help these people. I did not know that I can, but the experts told me that I have the skills now and I know how to use these tools now. So coming back to my 10 years doing echo, and almost 10 years, and when I see the stories that we tell, how we sell echo. I'm not an expert in marketing, I'm a physician. But how do we bring participants to echo is so important. We need to make them feel valuable. We need to tell them we are going to mentor them, coach them. I'm not going to hide any secrets from you. You're going to see how I apply the guidelines to these patients that we're discussing in echo. We are creating this community. We are nurturing them. We are creating this trust between them and us. And that's what makes this connection, this echo, so important. I think that's the secret ingredient of echo, is that trusting relationship between the participants and the mentors, between the heroes and the mentors, the coaches. So when you go back to your life and you have to tell the story of echo, try to remember this. Embrace your role as a mentor, as a coach. We are Yoda. Thank you very much.